Welcome to another episode of Honda Racing TV. If it's got 2 or 4 wheels and plenty of power, then you'll find it right here. We follow British racer Stefan Wilson as he takes on the world-famous Indianapolis 500 race. Honda Racing driver Tiago Monteiro heads to the Isle of Man TT. The Goodwood Festival of Speed is a highlight of the summer. What treasures are in store this year? And we get the technical lowdown on the CBR 1000 RR Fireblade SP2 machine from the Honda World Superbike team. The Indianapolis 500 is one of the most famous races in the world. It's pure drama from start to finish, with the winner drinking that iconic bottle of milk. Plus, it's emblazoned in motorsport history. Will Stefan Wilson, racing for Andretti Autosport, be able to join that club of winners? He took us behind the scenes of his race day.
Race day, and we're just on our way to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's the Indianapolis 500, something that we've been looking forward to for the whole year, and just really excited to strap in the car and get going. Fortunately, we can get police escorts to get into the track, otherwise I might not make the race if we didn't have a police escort. Look how much fun he's having, like blasting off on his police motorbike, blasting siren. Green flag is at 12:15, but really anything that we have to get done, we've got to get done before 10:30ish. That time evaporates so quickly. So just need to make sure that all my kit and gear is ready to go, my helmet's prepared. You know, there's a lot of preparation you have to do with that to run a 500-mile race. Also on the nutrition and hydration side, that's going to be a big factor today. It's going to be about 93, 94 degrees Fahrenheit. The nutrition and hydration is in good form because it's going to be really important. Probably just going to go back and meet with engineers, discuss strategy, and start getting ready for the big race. There's some split ways.
Long build up to this month, a lot of anticipation, waiting 2 years to race the Indy 500 again after my first Indy 500 in 2016. A lot of preparation, a lot of dedication went into getting ready for this race.
Driver, start your engines!
Wilson's up front. Great move by him on the restart. 7 laps remaining to settle this thing. He's coming in. It's all off here.
I knew that we'd rolled the dice. I knew we were gambling pretty big at that point. You know, I think we were 40 laps away from the finish, so to try and make 40 laps on a stint of fuel is almost impossible. It is impossible. You can't change anything now. You can't look at the ifs and buts, but you just got to take the positives and come away have hell light, knowing that we did a good job this month.
The Isle of Man Tourist Trophy is another of the world's most famous races. Honda Racing driver Tiago Monteiro went to the island for a drive around the circuit with a little guidance from TT racer Johnston.
Element TT in 3 words. Fast, physical, amazing. That's the start line there.
Okay.
That's all the sidecar marks and stuff. So by the time we get from there to the traffic lights is like 170 mile an hour. Like a flying lap, you'll be doing 180, 100.
When you pass here?
Yeah, 107. Yeah, 180 mile an hour. One gear and then in, not really much brake, just more like a comfort brake, you know. And then brush the hedge, and you have to stay left, and then back down another gear.
Yeah.
But this is really bumpy. Big
Bottom
chance.
here a bit as well. And
Still
then-
flat out and just literally go boom down one gear, not really hardly any brake, and then just in. So this is the first big jump. Crosby.
Oh, those were not big.
No, well, this is a big jump because you go up and up and up over a hill and then take off at the top. So
And what's your angle?
just straight. You're just straight. Yeah, you can't see. Yeah, you just. Yeah. Do you want me to drive over the mountain?
Go ahead. Handbrake?
And then it's a triple apex, so right round, all one corner,
No.
back. Yeah, and so the apex is right round here, but then you have to go over the railway crossing here, look. So your apex is right in, you'll brush off this grass, and then change direction when,
The railway.
yeah. Like, you could pretty much freewheel from here if you run out of fuel. It's all downhill,
really?
yeah, it's all
What,
downhill.
to the paddock?
Yeah, nearly.
Because almost downhill all the way
But so this left-hand corner down here is
is the...
big balls.
Okay.
So when you get to the corner sign, you sort of boom. So this is onto the start and finish straight now.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, great. Different challenge, but yeah, really good track. Man, that was amazing.
Nice to meet you. No,
Good,
it was
great
good, huh?
experience.
How was it? This is madness. Like I had a lot of respect, but now.
You want to go?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
We're gonna get him an entry for next year. Right.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you. Take care. See you soon
take
sometime.
care.
Yeah.
The world's largest garden motoring party takes place every year at the Duke of Richmond estate, where the racers and manufacturers take to the famous Goodwood hill climb. We went to check out another fantastic festival of speed. Honda have always had a proud presence at the Goodwood Festival of Speed, so I've come along to soak up the atmosphere and spend some time with fellow petrol heads. This year's Honda stand is definitely the crowd puller. 2018 sees it as a life-size recreation of a racetrack grid, with a pit lane, garages and even a grandstand. No other manufacturer races as much or in as many places as Honda. And as Yoshiro Honda once said, without racing, there is no Honda. It's in the blood. So with that in mind, I'm going to check out everything they have to offer here. I've never changed a wheel before.
So this is your first time?
First time.
All right, you're
I'm a little bit nervous.
First time ever changing a wheel.
Where does the drill actually go?
Watch her struggle.
Lee! What would I do without Lee, hey?
2.5 minutes.
Ah!
Perfect. Ooh, I can stop that.
Okay, so I'm just on the Honda Fireblade now, and I'm going to explore the ins and outs of the power of the Lee. Wish me luck.
That's good.
I'm the chief. There we go, that's it. There you go, easy. This year, the British Touring Car Championship celebrates its diamond anniversary, with Honda being one of the most successful manufacturers racing in it since 1958. So what better way to celebrate than have the current Honda Yuasa Racing Team Civic Type R here at Goodwood, along with drivers Matt Neal and Dan Camish.
Yeah, my first time, so enjoying every moment of it. I'm a bit like a rabbit in the headlights this morning. I'm not really sure where I'm meant to be or what I'm meant to be doing, but yeah, loving every minute of it so far.
There's a big race in 3 weeks' time, our next round at Snetterton. There's a 60-mile race there to celebrate the 60 years. And the good thing is, I mean, we've just done a good test at Snetterton. The new FK8 Honda is really working well, so we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
The racing theme continues with the Toro Rosso Formula One and Honda NSX GT3 race cars here. But Honda haven't forgotten about the two-wheel fans with Marc Marquez's MotoGP bike and the 2018 British Superbike Championship Fireblade, providing plenty of eye candy.
Every year there's something different to see, and of course the only trouble with being involved in competing, as they say, is that you don't get enough time to see everything, although we do try and get around, and it's a petrol head's paradise, let's face it.
I ventured over to the main paddock to find the RA301 Formula One race car, which was produced by Honda for the 1968 season. Driven by John Surtees, it was the last car that they raced before their re-entry into Formula One nearly 40 years later in 2006. This weekend, fan favourite Jenson Button will be behind the wheel. In the supercar paddock, the Honda NSX is proving popular amongst their Italian and German offerings. This may look like a lawnmower, but it is in fact the Honda's mean mower. Powered by the engine from the Honda Fireblade, it produces more than 190 brake horsepower, and this second version is aiming to exceed 150 miles per hour. And if you're wondering, it does still cut grass. I'd have the lawn cut in no time. Well, what a weekend we've had here at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. There's been so much to see and do, especially at the Honda stand. We've thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. Interested in the technical side of bike racing? Then we have just the thing for you with our Science of a World Superbike Fireblade.
My name's Chris Pike and I'm World Superbike Operations Manager for Honda. The bike we race in World Superbike is the CBR 1000 RR Fireblade SP2. The road bike itself is known for its agility and smooth engine character, so it's a nice, easy bike to ride fast. A production engine doesn't rev so hard and tends to produce more torque lower down in the rev range, and when you tune the engine, you push the power further up into the rev range. The SP2 production engine produces 189 horsepower at 13,000 RPM, and by the time it's been finished tuning, we have over 220 horsepower at 14,300 RPM. Most of the tuning is in the cylinder head. That's the most free area of the engine. You have to keep the standard crankcases, you have to keep the standard crankshaft, you can change the gearbox and you can change the clutch. When you finish tuning the engine, the power curve is not always necessarily 100% smooth, so Akrapovic is a really important partner because with some clever exhaust design, they can smooth out the power curve to make it much easier to control on the racetrack. When you increase the power by the amount we do, then we have to make some quite significant changes to the chassis.
The Superbike rule allow us to make some modification on the frame that is basically the standard frame of the street bike, making it stiffer with carbon fiber reinforcement on the bottom of the frame that give us the possibility to have more stiffness in this part of the chassis. Swing arm is an important part of the bike, especially for the acceleration.
We make it stronger in the areas where we need it stronger, and there's a significant weight saving there. The standard SP2 weighs around 190 kilos, and we have to reduce that to 168.
So every single part is designed and calculated to reduce the weight. We have several ways to adjust the geometry of the bike. To have a bike more agile, normally you play with the front end. We can change the head angle, the offset, and the position of the steering axis.
The rake, that's basically the angle of the fork in relation to the ground. Trail is the line through the center of the fork to the ground, and then you drop a vertical line through the front axle. You can adjust that with your offset. The offset is the difference between the steering stem and the fork center position.
On the rear as well, we can change pivot position and the geometry of suspension linkage. So it depends track by track, less trail or rake or whatever combination we need.
These bikes are the most advanced production racers in the world, and therefore we need the fastest riders in the world to ride them.
Well, that's it from Honda Racing TV. Thanks for joining me, and stay tuned to more episodes right here on HondaProRacing.com.